I think we should start in the beginning with my first movie, which is Clown. And it was my first year in university. And I wanted to write something weird, and I like clowns, and I thought I wanted to stay kind of in what I know. I know clowns, I understand clowns, I didn't know film. So it was kind of a nice crossover between the things I do know and the things I don't know. And I wanted to set it up like a stage, just to kind of ease into this film element of how to build a movie. So that's why the film looks like it's kind of made on a stage.
I hardly recognised you. How come?
Why are you asking me? I'm not the one looking. Maybe we should take a photo.
So yeah, why does it not make any sense?
You mean the script?
Yes.
Well, when I wrote it, I wanted it to have this kind of style where everything is kind of backwards. So the things they say is never the things they actually mean. A person who is trying to communicate something and a person who refuses to listen because they don't want to hear it. So they're looking for this idea, and they both have a completely opposite understanding of what this idea is. For one of them, the idea is to find the courage to talk about these things, and the other one, the idea to find anything that can hide away the reality of the situation, whether that is dancing or singing or, anything that can distract you from having to deal with a problem.
So is that the reason for the juggling as well?
So yeah, they're kind of in the same space, but they're never like actually together. It's a very big space, but they're in this little square, stuck together, but none of them are communicating with the other. And at the end, when she actually finds the idea and she tries to communicate, she just leaves and says, maybe we can try it tomorrow again.
And just immediately leaves her space.
Yeah.
Like it's like that vulnerability of opening up and just getting shut down immediately. Okay.
And obviously these bruises that she's wearing can come from various different things. We don't really know what's happened to her, but we understand that she's looking for help and no one wants to listen. So she's hiding it up behind this makeup and the costume where no one can see it.
Well, that idea of Tears of a Clown goes back a really long way. That's almost synonymous with the uniform, really. They find it hard delivering a nonsense script. I don't mean to. I don't mean to be mean, but when you're doing such profound double speak like that must be hard to deliver.
I think every actor I work with is struggling with that, because this is kind of unison through a lot of my films, that what you're saying is very far from what you're actually meaning. And I think the important work here is to work with the actor prior to the filming so they completely understand what their character is. So they can disconnect their acting with the words. And that's a process that you have to do. Sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. So my film teacher, he decided to actually hire an actor for this. So one of these actors is Tyra, my classmate, and the other actor was an ex-East 15 student that we hired to come in to do this film with us. None of them had never clowned.
So you actually had a budget?
Did
she get paid?
That was the first time we had a budget. First and only time, I think, we had a budget.
First and only time.
in my time in East 15.
What roles did you do in this? So I'm guessing you did script.
Yeah.
And you did edit.
I did the editing and I was the director and producer.
Okay.
And I also did all the makeup and costumes and set.
Was that all your costumes?
Yeah, all of that stuff that I had in my room.
You're kidding. That's insane. What, was this all from clowning, international clowning?
Well, it's just the clown costumes I had laying around the home and some other of my just it's actually just kind of my regular clothes hanging in the background. And yeah, it's just stuff I could find at home that I just brought. I basically emptied my whole student room to just bring it into the set.
Dear God. Obviously, Clown had a really kind of sinister ending to it.
Yeah. So my teacher told me when I was making the movie that you can't put makeup on the makeup. So he said you can. So I wanted to have the effect where you take off the clown makeup and you have this bruising underneath. And he said that's absolutely not going to work. You can't put makeup on the makeup and make people understand it. I said, watch me, and then I did. And I think it works pretty well.
How did that work? Was it like setting spray on the first layer, or?
No, you wipe off the actual makeup and then you put another makeup on the clean skin, and then you kind of blend them in.